Hey guys, this is Tyler Britt, your resident EdTech guru, and I'm going to show you a little website today called Kiddle.co. So in the last week or so, I've seen quite a bit of chatter online about Kiddle.co. Lots of social media posts about this search engine that is specifically designed for children in mind. So I'm going to show you just a little bit about how it works and also give you some information on Kiddle.co. This website domain's actually been registered for a couple of years, since 2014, and it has an interesting story to tell. So one thing I'm going to encourage you right off the bat is do a Google search of Kiddle.co and look at some of the blog posts and news articles that's been written about it, because there's some interesting information. Something really important that I think you should note is that this website is powered by a Google custom search. It is not owned by Google. It is not affiliated with Google in any way. So I know the play on Kiddle versus Google, also the logo, the coloring of the letters, tends to make someone who's not looking very closely believe that maybe this is a Google-owned website. It is not owned or operated by Google. It is powered by Google's Safe Search and Google Custom Search. Okay, so I think that's really important distinction for you to know. I do think it's got some positive implications in the classroom, but this is not a Google product. So I'm just going to show you an example quickly of doing a search. I think this is could be useful for elementary age students, certainly when trying to do research, and maybe even in the middle school, some of your lower achieving students. And let me explain to you maybe why I think that would be a good idea. Let's just take for an example brown bears. Let's say that we're researching brown bears. Something that you're going to notice when you start doing a search on Kiddle is, first of all, it is powered by Safe Search. So you can see right here that it mentions Safe Search. Now, something to know, any student that uses Google.com in the district to do a search is also filtered by Safe Search. That's a great tool to help block some of the most obvious obscene content from students. It can't always be, it's not a fail-safe, though. It doesn't necessarily block every single thing. But it is important to know that it's Safe Search is on this website. It's also on regular Google when they search there. Some things that you'll notice right away, the font is really easy for kids to read. It's Arial font. It's nothing fancy. It's kind of nice. You get these large pictures that return, so your thumbnails are nice and big for kids to be able to see. Something that makes this website unique is the way that it orders search results. So you'll see that I still have many, many search results for brown bears, but the way that Kiddle organizes those search results is interesting. Now you'll notice that you still have some advertisements over here on the right. So there is some teaching for kids about to be cautious about what's an ad versus what's a search result. So you'll see over here I've got the NFL shop because it brings up the Chicago Bears. And it's actually targeted for kids. So all of these things are really important signs to look at. But I will tell you the first batch of results, which are usually the ones that have the larger thumbnails, results like 1 to 3, according to Kiddle, are safe sites and usually pages that are written specifically for kids. So if you see the URL here, Kids Zone, Read, Write, Think, World Wildlife, results 1, 2, and 3 are usually sites that are safe. They are written specifically for children, which means that their readability is going to be easier for kids. They're also hand-picked and checked by Kiddle editors. So they actually have real humans that go through and check. This is not just an algorithm. And those results that have been sort of vetted are pushed to the top. Okay, so that's really good for you to know. Typically, after that, so you'll see even the fourth link here is a San Diego Zoo kids site. Typically, links 4 to, say, 7 or so, those are safe, trusted sites that are okay for kids, but they're not written specifically for kids. Okay, they may have an easier readability. They might be written in a simple, straightforward way. These are also handpicked and checked by Kiddle editors, but they're not specifically for kids. So they may be at a more basic reading level, and they probably do use some type of algorithm to check the readability of a text. That's probably not something they're doing by hand. But it is a little more straightforward for kids. So what's nice is that when they go to Kiddle, if they do a research, let's say they put in a search result for Harriet Tubman, you can pretty well bet the first 7 to 10 links are going to be relatively easy to read. It's stuff that's been vetted by some type of editor to keep out, the riffraff. And then after that, results 7 to 10 onward are safe sites that they say are famous, meaning that they're probably well known. They've got expert content, but they are written for adults, and so they're harder for kids to understand, perhaps, depending on your reading level of your kids. They are still filtered by Google's Safe Search. Okay, so this is also sort of the case when you go over to something like videos. I know a lot of times folks are looking for videos that their kids can watch. Maybe they're doing a research project on brown bears. They're doing a Google slideshow and they want their kids to embed a video or watch a video, but YouTube is blocked, right? So we've got great reasons for blocking YouTube from students. One thing I like is that there are lots of video results that come back that are from places other than YouTube. So you've got some Nat Geo videos here. Here's one from Disney. You've got some, here's another Disney, here's TeacherTube, I see SchoolTube pop up frequently. So it's nice because it gives you some alternative places to get that multimedia content that is important for kids to have some exposure to, certainly when there are standards like listening and being able to digest information from a multimedia source. So again, the website is Kiddle.co. I would encourage you to check it out, see if it's something you can use with your kids. I also encourage you as an adult to do a little bit of research on your own and just sort of get the story behind this. Again, this is not a Google website. They don't own it. They don't maintain it. It is a third party or a separate person. And so I think it's just interesting. But lots of buzz on this. I think it could be very useful to you. I hope that you give it a try. And until next time, onward we go.